Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here in Upminster with Jag Chima, the man himself at Be Superhuman. Thank you very much, first off, for having me down today. Yeah, it's been a really, really good day.
Yeah, it has been great. So firstly, thank you very much for coming down here. It's been amazing. We've had people from all walks of life visit here today, especially from the boxing world. As you know, it's really exciting.
Do you want to just kind of give a little insight into, I spoke to some of the fighters about this and I know people will hear it in their interviews, but it's kind of a bit more of an in-depth insight, if you will, into what this place is about.
Absolutely. So for years and years, especially boxers, have been training in a very traditional way. And what we've always found is that recovery mechanisms haven't really been available for them. But more importantly, there hasn't been that much education around recovery mechanisms. So I've been researching this for over 5 years. And finally, I was able to get the world's best under one roof and in a place where it's accessible, not just as a location, but also from a cost perspective. So we've had a lot of boxers that have been preparing for fights on their camps and using our services as part and parcel of their recovery. And really happy to see that many of them have performed at their very, very best and won. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far and really excited for the future.
Yeah, because you might get a lot of traditionalists maybe say that if you're a boxer, if you're better than someone, you're going to beat them. But these little 1% and 2% that you get from this, and I suppose the proof is in the pudding, the fact that you've got boxers down here today, and we see boxers quite regularly on Instagram doing this cryotherapy, etc. It obviously does work and have health benefits. So them little 1% and 2% them boxers are gaining, they're vital.
Absolutely, and you're right. But what we found was the problem is when a fighter's preparing for a fight, it's a big thing for them. It's not a small deal. They go through injuries and they try and work through those injuries. And that's something that sometimes they don't have to do, or at least they can reduce that pain. So some of the modalities that we've got here, like for example, local cryo, many of the fighters that have got hand injuries usually work through it, but now they don't have to. The other thing is that when someone's preparing for a fight, they go through extreme training through that whole process. They're training almost every day, maybe 2 days off in a week, but sometimes that recovery time is not enough. So on fight day, or rather fight week, they taper the training down. But most of the time I find that they're not fully recovered on the day of the fight. So they're still battling. But when you use some of the modalities like what we have here, like for example, cryotherapy, red light therapy, they're not painful, they're non-invasive. On fight day, you're at your best. So I feel that now we'll see a new breed of fighters where they're more recovered, they're fighting at their best, and you'll see some awesome results.
And for the general public as well, I saw you just explaining to a few of the people who come down today the health benefits for your average person, should we say. Do you think give it 5-10 years time, this will be a normal thing for someone to go, yeah, I'm just going to get cryotherapy, and everyone to kind of understand that, you know, what it's about rather than cryotherapy, where if I said it to someone on the street now, they'd probably go, what is that? Will it become more normalised, you think, in the next 5-10 years?
Yeah, that's a great question. So that's our goal. You know, we don't want people to come here just because they're training for a fight or because they're trying to treat a chronic condition that they might have. We want people to make this a part of their lifestyle. I always say prevention is better than cure. And what we've now found is that there's people who are perfectly healthy. They come here on a regular basis because it makes them feel good. It reverses aging. And yeah, in the US, a lot of the services that we got here are a lifestyle for people. They don't go there because they're treating a condition. They just do it like you go to a gym. And that's what will happen in the UK eventually. You'll see more centres like this and more people accepting this as a lifestyle.
One thing we do love is a little celeb story. I know you've had a few people down here. Am I right in saying Declan Rice and Mark Noble showed their faces the other day?
Yeah, I was extremely proud of that.
It's cool, isn't it? It's cool.
It was great. I mean, Declan Rice and Mark Noble, you know, he's through and through West Ham. Yesterday was his last game, and for me to sit back and say, well, you know what, he came to the centre, we had a great chat with him, it felt really special. I've been West Ham from day one, and watching some of your heroes and stars come into the centre and kind of give you their thoughts and, you know, endorse it feels really special.
Just one more thing. I know there is a Be Superhuman in Brentwood. Is it Brentwood, the first one? Buckhurst Hill. Yeah, so you got two now. I take it you're going to try and grow the empire and Be Superhuman themselves as a brand. Try and grow that.
Absolutely. I've been involved with growing brands worldwide, and this is definitely going to be one of them. This is a passion project. We've got one here in Upminster, the second one's in Buckhurst Hill. We're not going to stop here. We're going to roll these out throughout the UK. and internationally. We're looking at Dubai as well, in other countries in the Middle East, and also India.
Brilliant. Well, look forward to testing the cryo chamber. A bit nervous, I will be honest. It said like -80 saying earlier, and you opened the door, and it was cold. So I'm a little bit scared, but yeah, what can I expect?
Well, don't be scared. What I always say to people is that cryo chamber will make you harder to kill. So after you've done your 4 minutes in there, trust me, you'll be buzzing.
Brilliant. Jag, pleasure. Thank you,
very
mate.
much.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.